So the grain mill, what do you need put in and what are you going to get out? So first up, you got a choice to make. Now, you can use the one that's built into the map, if there is one that is, or you can go build one yourself. So if you're going to go use one that's already on the map, then crack on, no problem. Hit the spanner and buy it, no problem. Use it where it is. If you want to build one, well, there's a couple of different options. So in a construction menu and down to factories, and then we'll scroll down to find them. So first up, we got this one here. So this is going to be the bigger of the two. So you just press A. Going to select it like that. You spin it around where you want it to go. I think we'll put it about there. There we are. Actually, no, we'll do it a little bit closer so I'm not trampling all over the field. So we're going to put it there like that. Okay. That's obviously the industrial version. Now you can come further down and you get more of a little, I'm going to call it farm-friendly version. Yeah, we'll go with that. So we'll get it down here like that. There we are. So a little bit smaller. Obviously, it's not going to do it as quick, but you know, it's less space needed. I mean, you look at it. I mean, it's like, well, not even 20% of the space. So, all right, we'll place that one down there. Now, these basically work both the same. So you load your grain into there. You got your pallet spawn point just there, and then you got your production chain menu. So over on the bigger one, you got your loading in point at the front there. Round the back is going to be your pallet spawn point, and then your production chain menu is at the front as well. Now, what do you put into these? Well, you can put a number of things, to be fair. You can put in barley, long grain rice, oats, rice, sorghum. Well, I said rice. It's the second right. Wet rice. So both types of rice, sorghum, and then wheat. And you're going to get two things out. Now, depending on what you put in, obviously depends on what you get out. So if you put barley, oats, sorghum, and wheat in, you're going to get the standard flour. If you put rice or long grain rice in, you're going to get rice flour. So just bear that in mind, depending on what you want to get out at the end. So you're going to go and get your product. I've got a load of wheat over here. So you just pull up to the loading in point. So we'll go like that. There we are. So what we've got? 13,000 litres of wheat in the back of this trailer. So then we'll just come over to the loading in point. There we are. Get the icon. Dump it. Yes, we're going to dump a load in. We'll put about half if it doesn't fill it up. So we'll load that in like that. There we are. Oh no, a bit too far. I think we're a bit too much of that one. That unloaded really quick. So then just do the same over here. Load that in. Not sure we're going to get much out of this grain mill, but okay, fair enough. So you load in whatever you want, just bearing in mind, obviously, if you want flour, you got the 4 that goes in. If you want the rice flour, obviously you're going to need to put rice in. Right, fair enough. So once you've loaded your stuff in, you come to your production chain menu, you come across and you turn on whatever you want to make. Now, obviously, it's all going to produce, well, I say it's all. The rice and the long grain rice, that's going to produce rice flour. So whichever one you put in, it's going to give the same output. And then you got the barley, the oats, and the sorghum, and the wheat. That's all going to produce the same type of flour anyway. So you just have to turn on whichever crop that you put in. So I've put wheat in. So we'll turn that on. It's going to highlight it a little bit. And now it's running. And then we'll put on the other one, the little one, which did take a lot. I mean, that took 11,000, just under 12,000. That holds 126,000 litres. This one does. All right, fair enough. Right, so we've got them both running. I'm going to fast forward till we get a pallet out. Now, here's the thing for you. So if you go for the bigger one, obviously it's going to do the whole cycles a lot quicker. We've already got a pallet out there. And we've got another 98 litres already produced. If we come over here, we have got, there we are, so we've got 109 litres of flour. Even though we put more into the little one, because the cycle time is a lot less, yeah, it's going to take a lot longer. So if we have a look at that. So the cycle time for our wheat flour, there you are, 252 cycles per month on the little one. But if we go up to the big one, then the cycles is going to be 2,520. That's like 10 times the speed on that one. But that being said, I mean, again, they produce both the same. Whether you go for the standard flour, like we've got there, or whether you go for the rice flour, they're both going to produce it. Obviously, one produces it a lot quicker, and then one produces it a lot slower. But it's less to buy, and it's less space taken up. So obviously, you do you. You know, you're going to need a bit more space. That one need more cash. That's more of a mid-game sort of production chain, maybe. This is more of a, well, on the farm, cottage industry, that sort of thing. Right, no problem. So, where are you going to take the flour once you've made it? Obviously, you're going to sell it. Well, potentially sell it anyway. And we've got a few things here. We've got bakery, cannon factory, farmer's market. So you could sell it off. So you're getting roughly 2,500 per 1,000 litres of that one. That's the standard flour. And then we come down to the rice flour. And we'll see what price we got on that, actually. So rice flour just there. So 3,000, well, 3,2 to 3,4. Just over 3,000-ish per 1,000 litres on that one. But what if you wanted to take it another stage further rather than just selling it? Well, first up, you could take it to the bakery. So you got your pallet spawn point just there. Then we'll spin around the back and we've got our loading in point just there. Then you come to the production chain menu and obviously we can see what recipes we got. So you can turn your flour into bread. You can also turn your rice flour into rice bread. Well, it just says bread at the end of the day, but you can use your rice flour for it. And you got your 2 different recipes for your cakes. Now, obviously with the cakes, you are going to need a few other things, but flour is one of the main ingredients. So you can use it rice or the normal flour, entirely up to you. Now, if you don't fancy using the bakery, you can come to the preserved food factory. So you got your pallet spawn point at the front, and then you got your loading in point round the back. Well, I say round the back and at the front, depends on which way you put it round, mind you, but okay, fair enough. You then got your production chain menu just there. So for this, you're going to use your flour for making noodles. Yeah, again, you got your rice version and you got your standard versions there. So obviously, again, you are going to need to put some other stuff in particular eggs, to be fair. But I'd say that's all right. That's all right indeed. And obviously, depending on what you want to go for, where you want to take it, how far you want to go, you know, if you want to do big, expansive, you know, get your business on the go, you're going to need the big one, let's face it. But if you just want to do a little bit, you know, keep yourself ticking along and go for the little one. Oh, fair enough.